What's good, everyone? My name is Casey Crutchfield, and welcome to episode 28 of Enjoy Life. Before we get started here today, please hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a comment. Truly appreciate all the comments and all the love and everything that y'all do. But without further ado, we have a solo episode today. Um, Actually, this is the second episode I filmed today. Earlier this morning, I had a great guest on. Actually, it's probably going to be my biggest guess. He is in the NFL, and I will drop his name at the end of the podcast. I'm truly grateful that he was able to come through and do this for me. Also, shout out my man Brendan Shatson for hooking me up because without him, none of it would have been possible. And I don't remember if I said thank you in that episode this morning. I was all over the place. I'm not going to lie. I was super nervous. So if I didn't say thank you, Brennan, here's your thank you right now. Thank you so much. And we're just going to get into this. This episode is about thanks. Since I have guests until Thanksgiving, I just thought I would do a little sit back and say thank you and express what I'm thankful for. Hopefully it can make y'all just take a step back and think about what you're thankful for as well. And I think the first thing that I want to say that I'm thankful for is just um, the opportunity to do this podcast. I feel like if I would have looked at myself like from the beginning, I don't know if I would have made it this far. Uh, in the beginning, there was doubt. Before it even loaded, I was just I was just scared. Like, I've never really done something like this. It's always something that I thought about, and doing new things can be super scary at times, even if it's something you really want. And I'm still not really used to it. Doing this solo episode is so weird, but I do feel a lot more comfortable than what I did this morning. I think it came out good, but I was definitely nervous, which is understandable. But I'm grateful for those opportunities. Uh, Without starting where I did start, I would have never gotten an opportunity. And, I think that's one thing that people always mention, like successful people. Uh, it's all about starting. You can't become successful or do something that you want to do if you don't start. And whether it's the littlest thing that you start to actually get it going, at least you could say you started. I mean, that's the biggest step you can take. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to do this and to be able to share and talk with y'all every Wednesday. And I can't believe I'm filming this on Wednesday. I've never filmed an episode on the day it's supposed to drop. So I apologize for being late, but it's been a long week and I'm leaving tomorrow to go to Texas for a friend's birthday. Shout out that friend. Love you, brother. Can't wait to celebrate. And yeah, that's the first thing I'm definitely thankful for, the opportunity and just to be able to do this for you guys. And man, I know I'm gonna be all over the place, but I love you guys so much. Thank you. And the next thing that I'm thankful for, let me check my phone because I had like wrote down like all of these, had them all typed up because I was just thinking while I was driving. Well, not while I was driving, before I was driving home. What I could say I was thankful for, but the opportunity one was definitely the first one that popped into my head. And oh, yeah, that was the one that I wanted to do. So, yes, the second thing I wanted to say that I was thankful for is just I'm thankful for God putting me in the place to do this podcast. I've always said on this podcast that God plays a huge role in my life, and that's because it's true. I pray every night, every day, throughout the day, just thanking God for all the little things. And once you really step back and start to thank God for all the things that He does in your life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, you start to see how He works and the things that He does in your life. I can just remember when I first started this podcast, I'd always pray for the opportunity to do something big and to do something great. And he has presented me with this opportunity. And I feel like I really hit home this morning when I was able to do my guest, who I will announce later. Um, that's just all God, man. He made that happen, and I give all the praise and all of that to him because without him, none of it's possible. And I'm sorry, but I'm just so blessed uh, just to be here and just to have him in my life because he really does keep me grounded and keeps me in check. And, if you're struggling or if you're having trouble with something, turn to God. I promise you, he'll get you right. Um, he cares about you. He wants a relationship with you. So just open up to him, and I promise you, your life will change for the better. No doubt in my mind. But let's move on to the next thing that we're thankful for. Also, I'm just kind of curious. Thanksgiving, top 3 holiday. I don't think that's an argument to be made. Uh, I think it's the 2 spot. I'm not going to share my 1 and 3, but it's definitely in the top 3. But let's check out the next thing that I wrote down. Yes, it's definitely this one. I am super thankful for the people that are in my corner. Um, I'm not gonna go in and list all of them, but the support system that I have is what also keeps this podcast running. I feel like if I didn't have the support system I had, I probably would have quit already because I probably would have been in my head and said, "Hey, no one cares about this. No one really wants to see this. Let's just wrap it up." But the people that support me are always here for me. They always tell me how good of a job I'm doing. They tell me that I'm on the right path, but they also tell me where I can do better and how I can improve. And I think that's just as good as telling me that I'm on the right path. I love to hear the constructive criticism because I want to know what I'm doing wrong and so how I can get better at it. And the people in my support system do such a great job at doing that. They do a great job at keeping my chin up when things kind of look bad or things aren't going the way I want it to. If I have a bad video, well, not even a bad video, if there's just a video that doesn't even get as many views as I expected it to, you know, I have a whole support system who's like, hey, keep your head up. It's just one video. You look at that and you try and do better from it. And I'm just super blessed to have those people in my life. I love each and every one of them. And I know that once I get this to where I want it to be, I will get them back and then some. So I'm super thankful for those people, and I love y'all. The next thing that I'm thankful for is for all the people like you right now who are tuning in and watching the podcast. Um, besides just being thankful for y'all listening, y'all have deepened my drive to do this podcast. Anytime I hear someone say that they love what I'm doing or that they tune in, it just strikes a chord in my heart, just making me ready to go and do even better for the next podcast and think like I got to keep going. Like if they like what I'm doing right now, like this isn't even close to where I want it to be. Just wait until I get there because y'all are going to love it even way more. And with those comments, I swear it just takes it to another level. And I'm truly blessed for that. That is one thing that I'm super thankful for. And I definitely don't take that for granted. And I know I said this in my last solo episode, like the people out of KDFS who told me all the kind words, like that shit really meant a lot to me. And I'm super blessed for that. And I'm just going to keep on going for you guys. I promise you, I'm not giving up. And I know it seems like I'm kind of slacking with this episode, doing it on the Wednesday. But like I said, it's been busy. But I promise you, I'm super thankful for you guys. And things are on the uphill climb. No doubt in my mind. But let's check out what this next thing that I wrote down was. Oh, yes. The last thing I'm going to say that I'm thankful for is just to be alive right now and to be able to film this. I think we really take for granted the little things like simply waking up in the morning. it's crazy to think about, but some people just don't wake up and then when they sadly pass away. And I think that's something that we should really take the time out of our day and thank God for just waking us up and giving us breath and giving us air in our lungs and just all those little things. That really means a lot to me. Being able to walk, being able to be in good health and have a truck to drive, I think we all take those things for granted. There's so many things that people don't have that we think as just little things. So I think a lot of times it's important to step back and say, hey, thank you for those things in my life. And I'm just super blessed to be alive and that I'm able to do this. And I know I've probably said super blessed 1,000 times within a 5 minute span, but I'm sorry. And I just want to get an episode out for y'all. And I think this is a great thanks episode for everyone. But next, we're going to talk about the Christmas drive. First off, I'm not going to say this person's name, but shout out to you for already giving me money for the Christmas drive. You know who you are. It means the world to me. But me and Steve are going to lock in and do that. We're going to set up a little GoFundMe link. I did hit someone else up. Actually, while I'm on air right now, I'm actually going to see if they texted me back. Well, actually, they did see it. They didn't say anything. But yeah, I'm thankful for that too because that keeps me going as well. I love, regardless if you want to help me, then I love that. But if you just kind of ignore it, that's cool too. You get to watch from the sidelines. So that person there, I really did. It's just a fine example right now. I swear I wasn't making that up. Uh, that's just a fine example of I'm gonna show you regardless. You're either with me or not, and I'm cool. I'm gonna be doing my thing regardless. But for sure, me and Steve are locked in, and I'm gonna try and get someone else, around Thibodeau to help me out. So I think a Christmas drive would just be great. I remember being a kid, going shopping for a Christmas drive when I was probably like in first grade, going to Walmart, getting toys, and I don't know, something really just hit different about that. I also do remember because my mom was with me, I made her stop and give me some Cars action figures. For anyone my age, Cars was my favorite movie growing up as a kid, and I had to have every single Cars action figure or the little cars. I don't even know. Do you call that an action figure? I would. But I had to have every single one, and they had some new ones while we were there, and she bought them for me. So I love you, Mom. But but yeah, I'm super excited to do a Christmas drive because we also did one senior year of high school, and that was like go and deliver those gifts like to the classroom of children. That'll be something like that I'll never forget. Like they literally had their parents and everything there, and like that was like their Christmas for them. Like that made their Christmas. Just I don't know, something about that really felt good in my heart. So having the opportunity to be able to do it again and do it on my own terms, I already know it's gonna go great, and I'm super excited. The only thing I'm looking for right now is to link up with some people who I can actually give the gifts to. I want to make sure that it goes to a good place. So if anyone who's watching this knows who I can get in contact with, please let me know in the comments. I'd truly appreciate that. But y'all should really consider donating. I'm probably gonna have the link and everything set up once we get to we're gonna have that up probably the week after Thanksgiving. You know, I think that'll be a good time to start reminding people about it and to get them involved. So please, any donation size matters, whether you're donating $1 or $100, your donation will mean the world to me, and I'm sure it'll mean the world to a bunch of little kids all over the place. And they'll be able to have a great Christmas. So, I think a lot of times we kind of get caught up and, we think about how we got to get the best gift for all of our friends and all of our family. But there's some kids out there who really don't have a Christmas and might get one gift or even not one gift at all. So just having an opportunity to be able to give them a Christmas to remember, I mean, sounds pretty fucking awesome to me. So very awesome. But we're gonna keep on moving this on because I don't want anything too long. And I'm sorry for a short episode this week, but like I said, it's been a long week. But next week, y'all are gonna love the episode. So I'm truly excited for that. But let's get into this teaser for next episode. So a friend of mine, like I said, shout out Brennan, was able to get me in contact with NFL rookie Jalen Coker. He plays for the Carolina Panthers, and I was blessed to sit down with him this morning and run a podcast. I was super nervous, super fucking nervous. I don't think I've ever been that nervous for a podcast before, but having someone in the NFL on the pod was definitely a big goal of mine. It was one of the goals that I had wrote down, and it felt so good to be able to check that off my checklist. And, I think that's just going to be the first of many that I have on. And I'm super excited to see who the next one will be. But y'all, please make sure y'all tune in next week. That's going to be a super big episode. And I'll have the clips running out for y'all. I'll probably end up doing them tonight, to be honest, because I do not want to act slow on that episode. And we got to get those done. I didn't even take a sip of that water. I was just playing with it. I'm so ADHD. But I think we're going to wrap up this episode. I really don't have that much to say this week. I'm super thankful for you guys, though. And I know this one is a very short one. But please, y'all are in for a treat these next couple weeks. And I promise I'm going to keep grinding this out. Things are going to get a little bit lighter. We're going towards the end of the school semester. So I'll be able to focus more on this. But I promise you guys, great things are ahead. But with that being said, we're going to wrap things up. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to leave a comment. I truly love each and every one of y'all. And we are out.